Okay, so we'll get started. We're going to start lying down today. And if you want to, you can come in with the soles of your feet together. So into reclined Bandhanasana. So the soles of your feet touch. The knees can drop out. You can use blocks here. If you've got them, you could support your thighs if you feel that that's too much. And obviously, if it becomes uncomfortable, then just come out of it. Just lie with your legs long. And with your hands, you can either just have them by your sides, maybe onto your low belly, or if it feels comfortable, just take your arms over your head. So that kind of opens up through the chest as well. Sometimes it's a little bit too much on the lower back. So if it feels that way, you can always bring your arms back round again. So just really how best it is for you. And then just taking a few moments just to come away from your morning. It's beginning to draw your attention inwards. Start to be aware of your breath. Just as it's moving in and out through your nose. Just allowing the breath just to flow smoothly. As the breath becomes more even, just beginning to notice your body and just how it feels here. So noticing any areas of tension or tightness, and either move to change that or just try and relax into it a little bit more. So your fast this week is based on the equinox. So last Sunday, on the 20th, we had the spring equinox. And the equinox just means an equal number of hours in the day and in the night. And it heralds the start of spring for us. Not the same as the changing of the clocks, which is this coming Sunday, but it's kind of significant in nature and in yoga. And it brings us to mind balance. And so the practice today is to try and maintain balance in the posture. So not being that concerned about getting deeper into the posture, but thinking about balance within the posture itself. And balance through your breath as well, so keep your breath just even. So we use Samavriti, which is our even inhale and exhale. If you have a ujjayi breath, then you can certainly use that as well. So we'll start just by bringing your arms back over if you've got them over your head. And then we'll take the hands onto your legs, and you can use your hands just to very gently press the legs back together once more. And then from here, you're going to draw your right knee in towards your chest. If you want to, you can use your hands here. So just onto the knee or onto the shin of that right leg. And if it feels comfortable, you can keep your left foot there, or you can stretch your left leg along the ground. And when you're ready, on an inhale, we're just going to move the right knee over towards the left shoulder a little bit, just warming up through your hip joint. And then on the exhale, if you move it as far over as you can towards the right. Just do that again, just moving over towards the left on the inhale. And to the right on the exhale. Just seeing how the hip feels. Try and keep everything else nice and balanced as you're moving through that hip joint. So both hips stay pretty close to the ground. The shoulders are relaxed. And the breath is even. When you're ready, come back in towards the center. You're going to flex your right foot, and you can either place your hands behind the back of your right thigh here, or you could maybe just use one hand either behind the back of your right calf, or maybe on top of your foot. You can even hook your big toes here. So we're coming in for a half happy baby. We're not going to straighten the leg. We're going to keep the leg in this bent position. I'm going to try and draw the knee in so it comes in more towards kind of your chest or the upper arm. So we're stretching through the hips still. So we're not straightening the leg, but keeping in that bent half happy baby position. And just breathe into it. We'll take one more inhale. We'll slowly release the grip you have, and we may extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. So you're going to flex your right foot quite strongly. And then from there, you can also flex your left foot, and your left leg will lift up off the ground here. So you've got that straight right leg, flex foot, and that long left leg with the flex foot. If you want a little bit more, as you inhale, we'll lift the upper body up off the ground. And you don't have to lift up. You can always keep the upper body down. But keep pushing through your feet so as if there's something heavy on it. And keep your breath even. And take one more inhale. We're just going to change legs. So slowly lower your right leg and lift the left leg up at the same time. So we just change legs. We're still pushing through your hands, lifting through your chest, flexing through your feet. Well done. Take one more inhale. And then slowly release all the way down. So you can draw your knees in towards your chest, maybe take a little bit of movement side to side there. Now from there, we're just going to come in and we're going to do it again. So we're going to do the other side. So when you're ready, draw your left knee in towards your chest and then extend through your right leg. So again, the right leg can be on the ground, or you can bend your knee and have your foot on the ground. With the left knee, both hands on the knee of the shin. As you inhale, move your knee over towards the right side. As you exhale, move it all the way over towards the left. Again, we're just trying to see how the hip feels and see how it feels in comparison to the other hip. So our hips are not balanced, okay? We tend to have one kind of side that is more open, a little bit more flexible, and one which is a little bit closed. And that can be kind of just genetic, or it can be environmental. It's just what you've done over the years. It's just really, it's just how it happens sometimes. And then come back into the center. So flex your left foot. So you could take both hands and just draw the knee in towards your chest, keeping that leg really bent. Or using your left hand, take it to the calf, maybe to the ankle. Maybe you can grab your foot, or maybe you can hook your big toes again. So 2-piece fingers to the inside and the thumb closes it off. And we draw the knee in without being too aggressive about it. So kind of relax into it. Keep everything else as balanced as you can. Balance your breath. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. Just slowly release that foot and start to extend your left foot up towards the ceiling. So you're really flexing that foot. And then extend and lengthen through your right foot. So your right foot and leg lifts off the ground. You're flexing through your foot. And then if you want to, as you inhale, lift your upper body and reach your fingers by your sides. So again, really imagine you're pushing away, so through your feet. Keep your even breath. Take one more inhale. And start to slowly change sides. So slowly release that left foot down. The right leg moves up. Breathing deeply. Okay, one more inhale. Slowly release, draw the knees in. Relax down. You can take a little bit of movement side to side there, forwards and back. Okay, from there, we'll take the hands behind the back of your thighs. So you could roll over onto your side here, or maybe just move back and forwards a few times, just massaging your spine. And then just when you're ready, we'll start to make our way up. So as you come up, we're going to move to all fours. So we'll just take our time coming around into that all fours position. As you come in, we'll spread the hands underneath your shoulders and your knees directly underneath your hips. So try and draw the belly up and in, and try and feel balance between your hands and between your knees. As you inhale, we're going to lengthen your right leg behind you, so just stretching it out. On the exhale, we're going to draw the knee in and round through the upper back and shoulders, so pulling the knee in towards your chest. Do that again, so inhale, extend and stretch it away. And on the exhale, pulling the knee in. Now you can stay with that. If you want to, we're going to add on a little push-up. So on the inhale, extend and lengthen through your leg. On the exhale, move slightly forwards. Just bend your elbows just halfway. It's a little half push up here. Inhale, push back up. And on the exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest. So do that again. So inhale, lengthen and stretch through your leg. Move forward a little bit, bend your elbows on the exhale. Inhale, start to press up. And on that exhale, draw the knee in towards your chest. Again, you can definitely leave out the push-up if you want to. Just keep working through it, leaving it out or adding it in. Try and keep nice and balanced. We'll do that one more time, so take your own time. Leaving the push-up out if you want. And come up. So as you come up this time, we're just going to stay here with the leg extending behind. If you want a little bit more, stretch through the opposite hand. So just reach through your fingers, push up and out of your right shoulder, draw your belly out. Take one more inhale. Release your hand down and then just lower the toes of the back leg towards the ground. And then when you're ready, step back to plank. Lower your knees, bend your elbows and lower all the way down towards the mat. So as you come in, we'll spread the hands either side of your shoulders, draw the elbows in. And as you inhale, start to lift your chest up, so just a little cobra. On the exhale, slowly release all the way back down. Do that again. If you want to, you could widen your hands and come up onto your fingertips and use that to lift up and create maybe a little bit more space in your chest. If you're quite happy with where it is, then just stay with that. We'll do one more, so inhale, rising up. On the exhale, slowly release all the way down. As you come down, bring your hands flat again. And as you inhale, start to push yourself up. So just turn all fours position and make your way back into that child's pose. Just resting back, maybe stretching through your fingers and stretching across your shoulders. When you're ready, we'll come back up again. So make your way back to that all fours position. So again, find balance through your hands and through your knees. Draw your belly in. And as you inhale, extend your left leg behind you. On the exhale, draw the knee in, round through the upper back and shoulders. Inhale, lengthen and stretch to try and use your own breath, work at your own pace. Draw the knee in. Again, if you want to add on, stretch your leg away in that inhale, and on the exhale, start to move forwards a little bit, bend your elbows a little. Inhale, press yourself back up. So on the exhale, the knee comes in, round your back. Inhale, lengthen away. When you're ready, exhale, bend your elbows, lower down a little. Inhale to push back up. Okay. We'll do that once more. So again, just take your own time, finish it off in your own way. When you come back in, we'll just keep that leg extending behind us. So either stay with that or reach to the opposite hand. So reach through your fingers all the way down to your feet. Try and keep balance through the center of your body. When you're ready, slowly release your hand and release the toes back down. Step back with that right leg. Lower your knees and bend your elbows all the way down to the mat. And this time as you come down, we're going to take the hands and we're going to take the back of the hands down towards the mat, just down by your sides. And if you want to here, as you inhale, you could just lift one leg up. And on the exhale, lower down. If you want a little bit more, just lift both legs. And exhale to lower. Or maybe you could push through the back of your hands and lift your chest up at the same time as you lift your legs. And then slowly releasing down. Again, just see how it feels. We'll do two more, so any variation. Try and think lengthening your spine rather than trying to get up any higher. Stretching from the crown of your head all the way down to your feet. When you're ready, release all the way down. And this time we'll just bring the arms back down. You can just lower your head down towards your arms. Just taking a little rest there, just see how your body feels. Trying to keep balance by working the front body, the back body equally. Okay, when you're ready, we'll start to come back up. So you can use your hands again, start to push yourself back up into that all fours position. Walk your knees in. And then when you get there, we'll start to move into our first downward facing dog. So we'll tuck the toes under, start to lift the hips up. And again, as you come in, maybe you start to pedal out your feet a little bit. So you can bend through one leg and the other. Move your hips, or any little movements that you like to make. And then start to feel balance in your body. So spreading your hands, so you've got an equal balance through all of your hands. So not just the heel and not just the wrist area, but try and use every finger. Try and feel balance through the top and the bottom half of your body. So all of the weight's not in the upper half, but we lift the hips and we transfer the weight down through your legs. We'll take one more inhale. We'll start to lift the heels up. We're just going to walk up. So you can walk your feet just up towards your hands at the top of the mat. And when you get there, we'll just separate your feet. And you can either use a block here, or you could have your hands on your legs, or maybe you just let the hands kind of dangle down. But try and lift your belly, so we're lifting in the hips. Now from here, we're going to take your right foot and we're going to take it behind the back of the left foot. So we just cross it behind. If you can, have both feet flat on the ground. And if you need to, bend your knees a lot. You can straighten your legs and do that. And again, use a block. So if a block helps you here, then definitely grab one and just use it. And you should feel quite a strong stretch through the right hip. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. We'll change sides. So slowly take that right foot. Again, have your feet maybe hip distance apart. And then take your left foot behind the right foot. Again, bending into your knees, straightening your legs, whatever feels right to you. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly release, so bringing that left foot. Having your feet hip distance apart again. As you inhale, we'll lengthen your spine. So just moving your hands up your legs, stretch your back. On the exhale, fold back in. As you inhale, we'll reach up. And on the exhale, palms meet the heart. Inhale, reach with the arms. Exhale to fold. Lengthen on the inhale. Fold in on the exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. Fold in on the exhale. As you inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. So we'll continue with that. We'll add on a little bit. So inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. And on the exhale, we'll take the hands down. We'll step back with your right leg. I'm going to lower the back knee towards the ground. You can either keep your hands on the ground here, or on the inhale, start to lift up and reach with the arms. On the exhale, release the hands all the way back down. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee, and on the inhale, step back to plank. On the exhale, lower your knees, bend your elbows, release to the ground. As you inhale, draw your shoulders back, lift your chest. And on the exhale, start to press your hands, push back onto your knees, tuck your toes and lift your hips. Downward facing dog. As you inhale, we'll step forward again with the right leg. Lower your knee down towards the ground. Again, either keep your hands here, or on the inhale, reach up with your arms. On the exhale, release the hands all the way down. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, and this time we'll step up towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. Okay, we'll do that on the left side. So inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. So start to follow your own breath, move in your own way. Lengthen on the inhale. Hands down, step back with your left leg on the exhale. So again, maybe release the knee down and keep the hands down or reach up on the inhale. Exhale, release all the way down. As you inhale, we'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, step back to plank. On the exhale, maybe lower your knees or just bend your elbows all the way to the ground. Inhale, start to lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, start to move back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, we'll step the left foot to the front of your mat. Releasing the back knee, hands stay down or reaching up. Exhale, release the hands, tuck the toes, step up towards the top of your mat. Lengthen on the inhale, hold in on the exhale. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, palms meet the heart. You just close your eyes for a moment, just see how your body feels. Okay, so we're going to come in and do our balance. Our balance today is dancer. If you want to, you can use a wall. So you could stand side onto a wall and just have your hand there or just be close to it. We'll separate the feet. And again, there's loads of options, so you just use the option that feels right to you. Spread your toes. We'll stand on your right leg first. So you might want to bend your right knee a little bit, draw your belly in. And you might just lift your left knee up. So you just lift the leg behind you. That might be enough. If you wanted to, you could take your left hand and take hold of that foot. So either the outside or the inside. And you might just keep the knees kind of level. If you want a little bit more, we'll start to push the foot into the hand. And as we do that, we reach up with the other hand. Again, you just see how it feels, work where you can, breathe deeply, and take it to where it feels right to you. Without it straining. Still finding your drishti, so your gaze, still finding your breath. And it's a back bend, so we're trying to kind of bend into it, but you know, you just do what feels right for your back. And breathe. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly start to release. So release it carefully and slowly. Release your feet back together and your hands together. And close your eyes, just notice the sensations that you create. And in our balanced postures, we're practicing that balance. Okay, we'll try the other side. So again, it might not be the same, so we're not that balanced, so we might feel it a bit different on the other side. You just have to adjust to that. So separate your feet. We'll stand on the left leg this time. So bend into it a little bit. Draw your belly in. Start to lift through that right leg. So again, you might just lift it to the back and you might just hold it there. You could reach up with your other hand and bring your left hand towards the center of your chest, or your right hand, I should say. So if you want to, you could take that right hand, grab hold of the foot inside or outside, and maybe just hold here. If you want a bit more, press your foot into your hands. As you do that, that makes the body move forwards a little bit. We arch the back, we draw the belly in. Still finding that drishti, so that gaze. Good, follow your breath. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. Again, very slowly, start to release it. So using that control as you come down. Feet together, hands together. Close your eyes. And just noticing both the sensations in your body, but also how your mind is as well. You're trying to be accepting and kind. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands. We'll move up towards the top of your mat. So we're going to do some standing postures now. So if you need a block, grab a block, have it handy. So we'll start up towards the top of your mat. When you get there, just again, feet together or a little bit apart. We'll spread the toes, lengthen through the legs, relax the shoulders. As you inhale, we'll start to reach with your arms. So maybe looking up at your thumbs. On the exhale, folding forwards towards your legs and maybe bending into your knees. On the inhale here, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale, take the hands down. We'll step back with your right leg, but this time to warrior one. So as we step back, the heel goes down, the toes turn forward. Keep your front leg bent and move up into that warrior one position. So reaching with your arms, relax your shoulders, and come into it in a balanced way. So you want to feel that you're nice and even between your feet. So checking out the back foot, making sure you're pressing down strongly there. Trying to encourage the shoulders and hips round a little bit. And today we're going to move through it. So again, just seeing if that helps with our balance into the posture. But if you don't want to, you can definitely stay where you are. Otherwise, on the inhale, we're going to reach up a little bit, just stretching through your fingers and stretching through the side of your body. And on the exhale, we're going to press the hands to the side and straighten through your front leg. Bring the hands towards your center of your heart. So do that again. So inhale, reaching up, bending into that front leg without taking the weight forwards. And on the exhale, stretch the arms out to the side, straighten your leg, bring the hands towards the center of your chest. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So inhale, start to bend into the leg, reaching up. Exhale, spread the arms, straighten the leg, hands towards your chest. And then come back into warrior one. So just reaching with your arms, rebending the leg, just see how it all feels as you come back into it. Try and feel that balance to your feet. Try and feel the balance in the posture so there's an equal amount of strength and softness, steadiness and ease. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. We're going to open up to warrior two now. So start to move around into that warrior two position. And as you come around, move your feet if you like, so you can widen them. Maybe you just turn the toes out. Start to find that same balance in this posture. So through your feet, try and open up through your hips, drawing that front knee back, opening up through your chest, draw the shoulders together at the back, look along your front hand. And using that even breath to move in a little bit more. We keep these strong warrior two legs, but we're going to move through the posture again. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we're going to start to move back into reverse warrior. So that right hand goes down, left arm reaches up. Good. When you're ready, move back in, so as if you're coming to warrior two. And on the exhale, we'll move forward into side angle. So we'll do that again. So inhale, coming back up, so through warrior two. Exhale, take it back, reverse. Inhale, back into the center, so warrior two. And exhale, side down. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So inhale, start to move up. Reverse it back. Inhale to the center. And exhale, side angle. So we're going to stay in side angle this time. So as you come in, maybe you deepen it, maybe you just stay here. So just start to feel that stretch all the way through the side body. Start to rotate your chest a little bit. Okay, without leaning too heavily on that front leg. Keep the weight so you're using your core. Nada. Okay, take one more inhale. Start to rise up again. So draw your belly in, lift back up, and then just slowly straighten through your front leg. So with that left leg straight, the toes are turned out. We're coming into goddess. So we're going to turn out through the toes of your left leg as well. Bring your hands towards the center. Maybe adjust your feet. If you need to adjust your feet and legs, then definitely step them in. And if you can, just start to bend into your legs. So coming into goddess, draw the shoulders back, shoulders over your hips, the knees pressing gently out. Maybe you adjust your feet a little bit. Maybe your feet are fine. You just take what it needs and feel balanced in it. Now from here, you can just stay with this goddess. Otherwise, we'll move through it again. So as you inhale, we're going to reach up with the arms, so straightening through your legs. On the exhale, we'll draw the palms down through the center, start to re-bend the legs. Do that again. So inhale, reaching up, stretching up through the legs and the arms. Exhale, sink back in. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So inhale to reach. And exhale, coming in. Again, as you come into it, draw your shoulders back. Maybe keep your hands here, or maybe take them out to the sides. Taking that little chin mudra, so it's the thumb and the pointer finger, just touch, the elbows bend. Good, breathing deeply, working in the legs and the hips. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. We'll bring the hands back towards the center. Start to straighten through your legs again. As you do that, we'll turn the toes of your left foot back up towards the top edge of your mat. Re-bend your left leg, and then release your hands all the way down to the ground. As you do that, just turn on the toes of your back leg. And we're going to come in for a little twist here, so you could lower your back knee down if you want to. Otherwise, keep the back knee lifted. So your right hand is going to go down to the ground of a block. Your left hand, maybe onto your left knee, or maybe you're using that to pull you around and reach up through your left hand. So try to align your shoulders, try to draw the belly in. You can obviously put your back knee down still if it feels too much. And breathe, so still keep breathing. And we'll take one more inhale. Slowly release that hand just back down towards your mat. And then from there, we're just going to step up towards the top. So we'll bend through the back leg, step towards the top of your mat. Pull towards your legs for a moment. And then as you inhale, lengthen your spine again. On the exhale, folding back in. As you inhale, we'll reach up. And on the exhale, draw the palms towards the center of your heart. Maybe close your eyes. Just noticing the sensations in your body. And it shouldn't feel too balanced because we've only done one side, but we'll rectify that in a moment. So you can stay where you are if you like. I'm just going to move up to the other side just so you can see, but whatever suits you. Okay, we'll release the arms, we'll open the eyes. Again, maybe separate your feet a little bit if that helps you. And then as you inhale, we'll just start to reach up with the arms again. On the exhale, just folding in. Lengthen your spine on the inhale. On the exhale, we'll take the hands down. We'll step back with the left leg this time. So again, the heel goes down, the toes face forward, front leg bends. And then as you inhale, start to rise up. So coming back into that warrior one position. Just see how it feels on this side. So sometimes, we feel really different in a posture on one side than the other. And that's not wrong. That's just our bodies and how they are. But it's just interesting that sometimes we feel much more comfortable, I guess, on one side of our body than we do on the other. So either stay here, just in this still position, working through your balance. Or if you want to join me, we're going to reach up on the inhale, so stretching through the sides of your body. And then on the exhale, we're going to take the hands out to the side, straightening your leg, bring the hands towards the center of your chest. So we'll do that again. So inhale, re-bending the legs. So without going forward, try and deepen it. And on the exhale, take the hands out, straightening the leg, hands towards the center. Okay, we'll do that once more. So inhale, re-bending the leg, reaching up with your arms, keeping the balance through your feet. Exhale, start to move out to the side, straightening the leg, arms to the heart. And then just move in. So move into what you want. See if it feels any different from doing these little movements. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. We'll open up again to warrior two. So just take your time moving around again, adjusting your feet, adjusting your legs, whatever you need to do. Try and find balance in the posture. See how it feels compared to the other side. Again, we're going to keep these legs. So inhale here, reach through your fingers. As you exhale, we'll start to move back into that reverse warrior. Maybe looking up at your top hand. Inhale, come back into the center. And then as you exhale, start to move over towards that side angle, reaching through your fingers. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, reverse. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale to side angle. Well done. We'll do that once more. So inhale, coming up. Exhale, reverse. So use your own time. Inhale, center. Exhale, side angle. Again, we'll stay in side angle. Again, you might just stay here. Just start working on opening your chest, working on keeping that forearm light. Make sure you don't become too light in that back foot and side angle. We tend to do that if we lean further in. So keep the weight even. Okay, take one more inhale. Start to move up. So draw your belly and lift back up. And then start to straighten through your right leg. So we're coming back into goddess. So right toes are turned out. You just need to turn the left toes out. And again, you might move your feet a little bit. It's not perfect. And then when you're ready, bring your hands in. Make sure the toes are turned out. Rebend your legs. So just sinking back into that goddess pose as we bend our legs. We draw the knees back a little bit. We draw the shoulders back over your hips. Relax the shoulders. Well done. So either stay here, just in this goddess pose, or when you're ready, on the inhale, we'll start to sweep the arms up, straightening through your legs. And on the exhale, draw the palms to the center, rebend the legs. Start to move in your own way, so lifting up in your own time. Take your time. And just see how it feels as you come into each time. Okay, we'll stay in goddess as we come into it this time. You can go back to the same arms. You can keep your hands here. Maybe this time you press the palms together and lift them over your head. But again, if that doesn't suit you, if it doesn't feel right, then just do what feels right to you. Keep pressing the knees out. Keep dropping the tailbone down, lifting the belly up. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. Slowly release your hands. You can straighten your legs again, so just bring them back up. And then we'll turn the toes of the right foot towards the short edge of your mat. Rebending into that leg, release the hands, turn on the toes of your back leg. Again, we're back into this runner's lunge. Maybe you lower your left knee to the ground, maybe keep it lifted. Left hand to the ground or to a block. Right hand to your right knee. Or maybe start to use that to draw yourself round and then open up through your right fingertips. Again, just work with what feels right. Try not to pull the top hand too far over, so you want it in line with your shoulder. And then one more breath here. Release both hands down towards the mat. And then from here, we'll step back this time. So step your right foot to meet your left foot. When you get there, lower your knees or bend your elbows and lower all the way to the ground. You can rest when you get there. So you can bring your arms round, drop your head, relax for a moment. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to come into bow pose. Again, you just work with what feels right here. So you could keep your head down over your crossed arms and just bend your legs. And as you bend your legs, you might just lift your thighs just a little bit off the ground. That might be enough. Otherwise, you can reach your hands back towards your legs and lift your chest up as you lift your thighs. Or maybe you can take hold of your feet or your ankles. Draw the knees towards one another. And as you inhale, press the feet into the hands. Lift your chest and lift your legs. When you're ready, we'll slowly release everything all the way back down. Bring your arms back round. Maybe bend your knees again, but this time just gently sway them side to side. Okay, when you're ready, release your legs. We'll come back up, so we'll move the hands underneath your shoulders. Start to press yourself back up to an all fours position. Walk your knees in. As you come in, we'll do a few cat cows here. So on the inhale, we'll just drop the belly and pull forwards through your chest. And then on the exhale, just rounding through your upper back and shoulders. Do that again, just working at your own pace. We'll do that once more. Come back to the center. You can just walk your hands back now towards your knees and then just have a little seat towards the front. We're going to come in for Pigeon today as our hip stretch, but if you wanted to, you could modify it a little bit. So we're going to take your right leg and we're going to bring it so that you're in a kind of a straight line between your knee and your ankle. It probably won't stay there as you move into Pigeon. If you want, you could just bend your left leg behind it and you could just come into Pigeon here with bent legs. You can just start to fold forwards towards your legs. If that's not enough for you, then you use your hands and then we move that left leg behind us. So we straighten the left leg and take it to the back. Again, you just have to work with what feels right to you. And that right leg the heel might come closer towards your groin. It doesn't matter, you just let that happen. And then staying upright, just maybe check out that your back leg is straight behind you. Come around this way. So your back leg is straight behind you and use your hands to make sure your hips are nice and balanced. You could pop a block underneath your right hip here. So sometimes if it's really high, just sitting on that block will help you to get a feeling of being able to press the right hip down. And then either stay here or lower down towards your forearms or all the way down towards the ground. And just breathe here, so just try and relax into it. Try and feel that you are balanced through your hips. So, scan your hips, make sure you're not over to one side, and adjust it if you need to. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. When you're ready, start to move up. So just up onto your hands, first of all. And then we're going to start to move over onto your right hip. So you're just going to sit over towards the right side. And then we're going to swing your left leg all the way around. So the left leg swings around so that it comes to the outside of your right thigh. If that's not suitable, you can always just straighten your right leg. So the right leg can be straight or bent, but that left foot is over the top of it. And we'll come in for a twist towards the left. So we're going to use your right hand or your right arm, draw yourself around to the left, and then use your left hand behind you just to lengthen your spine. Good. So just a little twist. Again, the right leg can be straight or can be bent. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. Make your way back in towards the middle. When you're ready, straighten both legs. We're going to come in for a forward fold here. So you could use your strap, you could sit onto a block if you want to, and you can bend your legs if you need to. So as you inhale, we'll reach up with both arms. And on the exhale, we'll fold forwards towards your legs. So you might place your hands on the floor, your legs, your ankles, your feet, maybe use a strap. If you can easily reach your feet, maybe take a little bound. So you could take your two peace fingers again to the inside of your big toe and then close it off with your thumb and bend your elbows to draw yourself forwards a little bit. Remember, not trying to round too much, but finding a drishti, finding your breath, finding a position you can just be in. When you're ready, slowly start to release, so any grip that you have, start to come back up again. And we're going to come in and do another forward fold. You can either, you've got a choice here, so you can either come in for Janu Shirasana. So you're going to keep your right leg straight, and you could bend your left leg so the foot goes towards the inner thigh. If you want to, you can come in for a three-limbed pose. So we take the foot round the other way. So we come in so that the heel of it is against the outside of that thigh. And again, that will depend on your knee. So, you know, if it doesn't feel great on your knee, then do Janu Shirasana, so come in the other way. Make sure you can still sit kind of evenly and balanced on both hip bones. Maybe flex your right foot. And as you inhale, we'll reach up again. And on the exhale, we'll fold forward. So again, the hands can go anywhere. And maybe use a strap, but just if you want to. The strap just over the ball of the foot and just drawing yourself forward. So rather than rounding, think lengthening your spine. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. Slowly release that. So start to come back up again. And release both of your legs just round towards the front. So we can give your legs a little shake. So we'll come into the other side. We're going to do pigeon first. So you can bend your legs behind you. You're going to bend in through your left leg. So again, try to align your knee and your ankle. You can use the front of your mat to do that. So it's in a pretty straight line. You could just bend in through your right leg, sit up onto your sit bones and fold forwards. Or maybe use your hands. So push yourself up and then slide that right leg behind you. So the right leg should be pretty straight when it comes in. Don't worry too much about the left leg being straight anymore, but the right leg, as you look behind you, should be in a pretty straight line. And if you want to, you could use a block underneath your left hip, so just placing it under. And use your hands in this more upright position to balance your hips before you come in. And then just when you're ready, in your own time, maybe you lower down. You could lower down to your forearms or all the way to the ground. Just whatever feels right. It does take us a little bit longer to come into pigeon, so take your time, breathe deeply. Okay, when you're ready, we'll start to come back up. So take your time, use your hands, start to press yourself back up. And then again, we'll sit over towards the left side and we'll start to swing that right leg around. So as you come in, you could keep both legs bent and move round to that twist towards the right. If you want to lengthen your left leg forwards, if it feels better to you, then definitely straighten your left leg out. With your right foot, try and press it down towards the ground. So push all of the toes down. Using your left hand or arm, draw yourself round, right fingertips behind you. Come into the twist. When you're ready, back towards the middle. So releasing your legs forward again. So we're going to come back into Paschimottanasana, so our seated forward fold. So again, maybe sit on a block or just use your hands to move yourself forwards. Bend your legs or straighten them. Inhale to reach and fold forwards on the exhale. So again, use your strap, use your hands on your legs. If your hands are easily on your feet, maybe bring your hands to the soles of your feet this time and start to draw yourself in a little bit more. But without pulling, without straining, try to relax into it. When you're ready, slowly start to release, come back up again. So we're going to come back in. So again, it's your choice. Keep the left leg straight. Maybe just bend your right leg in and bring the sole of the foot towards the inner thigh. Only if it feels right on your knee, start to move it round so that the heel is against the outer part of your hip. Sit even and balanced on your sit bones. As you inhale, reach. And on the exhale, fold forwards. Again, just see how it feels when you get there. And if it doesn't feel right, you can always come back out and come into Janu Shavasana. You have your hands on the ground. You can use a strap. Try and feel balanced. Try and feel settled. Even out your breath. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly start to release, so make your way back up again. Release your legs towards the front. And then when you're ready, we're going to make our way down onto your back. So if you're near a wall today, you might want to take advantage of that. Put your legs up the wall. If you're not, don't worry about it. And if you do have a block, then you could use that as well. So when you come down onto your back, if you're near a wall, you can just lift your legs up and place your legs just on the wall. So the turn around, so there. So you can just be like that if you wanted to. If you're not near a wall, don't worry. Either lift your hips and place a block underneath it and support yourself on the block, or just lift the legs up. Maybe spread the arms. Try and allow the legs to relax a little bit. If it doesn't feel that relaxed, then definitely come out of it. It should feel quite relaxed. Obviously more relaxing against the wall. Okay, we'll take one more inhale. When you're ready, slowly start to release your legs. Lower your feet towards the ground. And then start to just drop your knees just over towards one side. Maybe spread your arms, and you can always look along the opposite hand here. Come back into the center. We'll just change sides, so moving the legs all the way over, turn your head. And then back towards the middle. You can draw your knees in towards your chest. So just making any final movements that you'd like to hear. And then if you do want to put any socks or jumper on, if you grab them. And we'll make our way into Shavasana when you're ready. But just take your time, there's no rush. So finding a comfortable position when you're ready. And start to picture a flower that has meaning to you. Maybe a tranquil white lily or a red rose or a daisy. And then closing your eyes, start to visualize each part of the flower as I describe it. The seed. Lao Tzu said, to see things in the seed, that is genius. These wise words are spot on because this is where it all begins. All that is the flower is contained in the seed. All that you are is contained in that spark inside you, a feeling at your very core. Find the seed, it's the heart. Identify a core desire that you wish to cultivate this spring. Rooting. Imagine the roots of the flower embedded firmly in the soil. The roots hold the flower firmly in place. They represent stability. Roots are what keep the flower grounded. Consider your roots. See them growing deeply and steadily. Feel yourself as determined, resilient, enduring, and solid. Set your foundation. Emergence. Picture that very first tiny leaf coming up through the earth. It's barely green and a bit shy at first. It yearns forth, soon getting taller. See a healthy, strong you. See you reaching and growing. This is the perfect time to see yourself making good into better, to climb, to strive for excellence, to build onto that foundation, to go one more step and to keep going, to be higher. This is awakening and perseverance. Vitality. Now the stem is tall and sturdy. It becomes a deeper green and begins to thicken. It may bend, but it does not break. It sways gently, accepting the wisdom of the wind, it thrives. This is you. You're galvanized yet flexible, You keep going, blooming. At last, we see the burgeoning first sign of colour. Imagine the very palest hue as at its inception. See the tints and tones deepen and develop. Imagine this tiny bud as pure potential. It can be anything. It can be everything. The world is an open promise. There are positive changes afoot as each soft petal forms and prospers. See yourself as this ever-evolving bud. You're a perpetual work in progress. Envision life as you burst forth in advancing creativity. Once the colours are visible, you cannot stop them from forming the flower. Inhabit this process of renewal. Your desire comes alive. Bloom. This is a deliberate unfurling before your eyes. The petals open. Think of specific properties of your flower. Focus on the shape of each petal. See its lines and contours. See every nuance of colour. Contemplate the qualities that this flower embodies. Love, peace, beauty, flamboyance. This is the essence of the flower's existence. It must bloom to go on living. The bloom may have spots, blemishes, or erratic curves. It's often perfectly imperfect. It's made up of many parts of various shapes and sizes, each in exactly the right spot to make a cohesive blossom, much as the many facets of you. See the pieces of your fulfillment coming together, like a flower. You're complex. Inside you are many wondrous things. See your effervescence. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale, just through your nose, and then just sigh it out your mouth. We'll do that again, just deeply inhale, and then just let it go. You can start to move a little bit, so just through your fingers and through your toes. You start to stretch your arms over your head, taking a full stretch. As you bring your arms over, you can bend your knees and draw them in. And move a little bit. If you'd like to, you can roll over onto your side. And then just when you're ready, just in your own time, we'll just start to come up. As you come up, we'll find a comfortable seat. We'll bring the palms together just in front of your heart. So just leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along practicing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the equinox practice that we did. Namaste. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll just stop the recording and then you can